One man was going to get it rough after William Samoei Ruto took the reign of power. George Kinoti is somebody who was to get it rough. And when William Samoei Ruto took over the power, the first casualty was George Kinoti. George Kinoti has not been appearing in public. The man went to maybe his businesses, and he has not been talking. He has not been appearing in public. And what we know is that William Samoei Ruto did not have a good chemistry, did not have a good working relationship as the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya with George Kinoti. And he has always been accusing him. He had always accused George Kinoti of politicizing the criminal justice system in the Republic of Kenya. He had also been accusing him of harassing him and also his supporters. Rigathi Gachagua also did not have very kind word for George Kinoti. Many other times that we have heard Gachagua repeating how the DCI men visited him in his home in Madera, and he was naked, he was found in bed, and he was embarrassed in presence of his children. Kwa hivyo kile ambacho tunaweza kuona ni kwamba George Kinoti siku hizi hajitokezi hadharani. Siku hizi hata haongei. Kumuona ni nadra sana. And I'm sure this man is likely to go the Matiang'i way. I believe it is just a matter of time before the Ruto men start pulling the strings and maybe try to do what they can to ensure that they have revenged, to ensure that this man has lied low like envelope. And I believe George Kinoti is having sleepless nights. George Kinoti is not sitting pretty. I believe George Kinoti ni mtu ambaye ana mahangaiko ya kisaikolojia kutokana na ule woga kwamba hajui serikali itafanya nini, kutokana na vile ambavyo serikali ilionyesha kudhika na hasira nyingi, hasira za mkizi ambazo tunajua kwamba ni hatari sana. So in this video, I want to give a critical analysis of why I strongly believe that it is just a matter of time before the government starts going for George Kinoti, just the way they went for Matiang'i. And you know now, Matiang'i is not even in the country. He had to seek an asylum, and he had to go out of the country, and he had to outwit the NSI guys. And I believe there are some heads that are going to roll in NSI, National Intelligence Service, because they have to explain to the boss how Matiang'i escaped without their knowledge. That will be very, very interesting. So the first reason is that this government tends to have fear of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and his network. Wanaogopa sana. And the fact that George Kinoti was the herdsmaid of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, is the one who was used to do so many things, the dirty works and things that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta wanted, and even to punish the opponents. I believe that the government will go for George Kinoti because they fear Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. So they want to destroy his network. They want to destroy his link because they believe that there are some remnants still in government who are sympathetic to Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. And kile ambacho watafanya ni kwamba George Kinoti, although he is not in the government, kile ambacho watafanya ni kwamba wakati ambapo watamwedea kwa sababu wanaogopa sana Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. So they will just be a victim of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. It's only that they are finding it difficult to go directly for Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. And this one can also happen. I'm not saying that it cannot happen. It can also happen. They can also go for Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. The way things are turning out, anything is possible in this country. The other thing why I believe that they will go for George Kinoti is because this government is full of the spirit of vengeance. So they have said many times that Kinoti did not work as was expected of him. We have seen so many cases being dropped in court because people are saying that the DCI is saying that to take these people to the court, and there was not enough evidence. We have seen even Gachagua getting his millions of money that were taken and they were supposed to be surrendered to the state. Tumeona mengi ambayo yakitokea pale, na kwa hivyo kile ambacho tunaweza tukasema ni kwamba serikali hii ni serikali ya kulipiza kisasi, ni serikali yenye kisasi, ni serikali ambayo italipiza kisasi. And because Kinoti was in the front line, it was the people who are pulling the strings, or the people who are calling the shots during Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's reign. Now it is time for vengeance. Serikali italipiza kisasi. That is why I believe George Kinoti is the next. Again, I know that there is fear that the former regime, the former cabinet ministers, the guys who are in the security dockets, the guy who are in the very influential dockets have a lot of money. There is that fear. And yesterday, when we saw Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission wakiedea wakisema kwamba the Public Service Commission must provide certified wealth declaration forms by Fred Okengo Matiang'i, I knew mambo yamebadilika. Nilijua mambo sasa yamebadilika. Kwa sababu sasa ukiangalia inamaanisha kwamba hao ni watu ambao wanaogopa sana watu wenye mali. Unajua pesa ni mvuja mlima. Pesa zinaweza kutumika kufanya mambo mengi sana. Zinaweza kubadilisha ukweli na ukawa uongo na uongo ukawa ukweli. Kwa hivyo kile ambacho tunaona ni kwamba there is this fear that these people have a lot of money and therefore they have to be impoverished. Lazima hizo pesa ziedewe zile nguvu za kiuchumi, ule uwezo wa kiuchumi uweze kupunguzwa. Again, William Samoei Ruto is very keen on consolidating power in the security docket. You know very well that the fact that Kinoti was in charge of the criminal justice system, kile ambacho tunajua ni kwamba he has so many sympathizers. And for William Samoei Ruto to consolidate power, he must destroy Kinoti politically. He must destroy him completely, such that hata the remnants will be left in the security docket. Nobody can even dare to give him any information. Nobody can even dare to tell him what is happening or what the government is planning. And with this, I believe by consolidating power in the security docket, you have contained many areas. Again, I believe that William Samoei Ruto is a very good student of Robert Greene. Robert Greene is the author of the 48 laws of power. And one of the 48 laws of power is destroy your opponent, crush your opponent completely, destroy him completely. And I believe that the one person who is much feared by this regime is Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and his former cabinets and the guys who are calling the shots. And Kinoti happened to be one of them. So when you look at Matiang'i was to be destroyed completely. Financially, it was to be destroyed psychologically and politically. It is also going to happen to George Kinoti kwa sababu ya kwamba I've said that William Samoei Ruto is one who follows the 48 laws of power, and this one is going to happen. Again, there is also the issue of hatred. The government seems to have no love lost between it and members of the former regime. So this what I would call hatred that cannot be explained. Hatred because all the time, instead of the current regime focusing on the economy, kile ambacho tunaona wakifanya, they are focusing on the former regime. They are accusing the former regime of everything. And anytime there's a problem, they start saying that they inherited empty coffers. And if there's one person who was supposed to complain of inheriting empty coffers, it is the late Mwai Kibaki. Lakini Mwai Kibaki hakusema lolote, hakumwelekeza kidole hayati Moi. Arap Moi will continue to enjoy his retirement without any interference from Kibaki's regime. But this regime found so many projects going on, found a lot of money in the treasury, but they have been giving excuses. And when they are giving excuses, what is happening? They are spending a lot of money, even over what has been budgeted for. You remember very well that the office of the president overspent money. Na sasa they had to go for supplementary budget because they had no funds. So kama kuna, and don't forget that they have been accusing, previously they had been accusing Uhuru Kenyatta kwamba anatumia pesa malevini ya kunywa pombe na kuzitumia kuvuja pesa. Lakini sasa the current regime, the CEO does not take alcohol. So where is the money going? And these are questions that Kenyans need to ask. And because it is our money. The other thing why I believe that they have to go for George Kinoti is to divert the people's attention, so that people can always be kept busy. People can always be kept busy looking at what the government is doing. Because when they keep quiet, when they don't focus on the members of Uhuru's cabinet and the guys who are calling the shots, I believe Kenya will start seeing the problems that are facing. Currently, an opinion poll that was carried out by Infratech showed that the cabinet has failed, showed that the country is headed in the wrong direction. So for people not to focus on this kind of information, the government has to come up with a way of diverting the attention, kwa sababu matatizo ni mengi ambayo Wakenya wanayo, na Wakenya wana matatizo, na unajua matatizo hawezi yakazoeleka. Kile ambacho kinaweza kufanyika ni kwamba matatizo yanafaa kusuruhishwa. But now, for the government to continue, for the government to ensure that everything is going on as planned, they have to divert the attention. So this is why I believe Kinoti is going to be the next person. The other reason why I believe Kinoti is not sitting pretty, that is, and they are going to go for him, is because they want to teach Uhuru Kenyatta's a lesson. They want also to keep him guessing what next. Can they come for me? And when they scaled down the security of Uhuru Kenyatta and withdrew the security of former interior CS, I knew that this government is out to revenge. I knew this government is out to harass members of the former regime, because kile ambacho kinajitokeza ni kwamba serikali ya William Samoei Ruto ni serikali ambayo ukiangalia vizuri sana ni serikali inajaribu kukwepa majukumu na kukabiliwa na hali ambayo ukitazama utaona kwamba ni hali ambayo haina suluhisho mwafaka, kile ambacho tunaweza kusema ni suluhisho mwafaka. Like now, for instance, there is this issue of the junior secondary school, whereby we have so many problems. The education is in crisis. University education is in crisis. Some universities are even now dropping some degree certificates, and I believe it is going to be replicated in many areas. As we talk, some junior secondary schools have no teachers. Textbooks have not been distributed. Some schools have not even received capitation. So the education sector is in crisis. So when you look at William Samoei Ruto's government, you see a government that is not ready to face the real problems that Kenyans require solution. Again, today we know that Eric Omodi, popularly known as Eriko, is asking Kenyans to assemble in Nairobi, can't remember which garden, and they should come with Uga, not money. And I don't know what he's planning, but I believe the government is worried. I believe Eric Omodi is dramatic and is going to surprise many people. I believe Eric Omodi is going to come up with something that is going to shock many people. So if you're here for the first time, this is Skyman TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. Remember to subscribe if you have not subscribed to this channel. Like this video and you can comment. What we do here is to analyze the issues and come up with the content that you may not find it in any other channel. And may you have a blessed day. Till next time, bye-bye.